Hello and welcome to the channel. This is my brand new woodworking channel with all this scrap salvage wood, as you can see at the side of me. This is my first ever project and I want it to be something that's usable and relatable and easy to build and can be replicated by anybody. So I'm going to be building a stool. If you want to see honest woodworking in an honest garage that's not a big giant workshop, please stick around. I will discuss the measurements, the cuts, and I will show you all the mistakes I make along the way. I hope you enjoy this honest woodworking channel called Trial and Timber. So to build the stool, I've got a couple of old roof rafters, which are 145 by 45, and I've got some old little beams here that are 45mm by 25. These will make the stretchers in the legs, that's going to make the seat top. Let's get this drawn out and let's get some cuts made. Measuring out 29. So now we've marked out the seat top, we need to mark out the legs and the stretchers. Now each leg, and there's 4 in total, are 405mm long. We have 4 stretchers at 200mm long and 4 stretchers at 230mm long. They're going to go in between each legs at the top and at the bottom. Everything screws together and it's just going to make sure it's nice and rigid and doesn't move. Everything's all measured up now. It's time to do some cutting. We've got long stretches, short stretches, legs and seat top. So let's go and get cutting. And because I'm just starting out with my woodworking, I've got no fancy clamps, but I do have a circular saw. So time to circular saw this bad boy. Adjust my saw blade and get a bit deeper. Like that. Score my next mark. There we are. So what we've got now is the seat stool top. We've got 4 long stretches, 4 short stretches, and 4 legs. Now time to get this together. So I don't have any clamps, as I've already mentioned, and I know that glue is a good thing for wood. I'm going to try and drill some angled screw holes that go that way and that way, and then glue down the middle. That should hopefully give us a nice secure top. But it I might temporarily put a screw in just to hold that for now. I might not know much about woodwork, but I know a good screw goes a long way. And I'm just going to put some of this PVA down here. This wood, well, I say PVA, it's wood glue. Give it a smearing. This is how little I know. Yeah, there's some on both sides now, but more on one side than the other. I do know now, if I put these down together, so this is roughly how it's going to be attached, and then I do the other stretches further down. everything just needs lining up, screwing in. They need screwing into there, legs get screwed into them there, and we'll go from there really. Now you should have a seat base that's got a frame screw to it, just like that. Now it's time to attach these legs. The leg is going to be screwed through that way and through that way, but just for a little bit extra, put a little dab of glue, and then a good screw. We're using 60mm screws that will go that way, followed by smaller 50mm screws which will come that way. And like any good screw, you should always pilot it first, and not with your impact gun, with an actual drill. So put that in there. And give it a good screw. Nice and tight. Star shapes, and they use a Torx bit. I think I've drilled too big a pilot hole for that leg. Because that did not grip at all. Tell you what I'm going to do is just go to the side of that hole and not drill it. I might not pre-drill them smaller ones and just drill the bigger ones. Right, next leg. Add a dab of glue. Sounds like you can hear bear bunch or something. Big screw. Bloody hell. I've dropped my drill and snapped my drill bit. Ah, man. Guess I won't be pre-drilling any of this. Bugger. So now they're all screwed in. What's not? Right, why is that one so loose? Might need another screw in that one. Much better though. Well, 3 of the legs are the same way, same size. One of them slightly shorter. Guess I didn't measure them right. Onwards. Want to put my stretch is about 120mm down the legs. Ba, ba, ba. Oh man, why is that leg so much shorter than the others? Let's try out my stool. But when it's on the 3 legs, that's good God, it wants to tip quite easily. I think that's because the legs are so close together. But this is my first ever project. As a stool, I dubbed this the wonky stool. I'll turn it round. Oh dear. That's just my wonky legs. Right, I'm going to try and attempt to fix my wonky stool. I've lined up the difference, at least what I think is the difference. And I'm doing this with a circle saw because I'm that safe. God, I hope I cut that off the right leg. Hey, I can take that little wobble. I'm alright with that. Much better. So, as you can see, the two sets of stretchers are doing their job. This top set of stretchers are screwed directly into the seat top. That carries the seat. And these ones down here stop the legs from spreading out. So it keeps it a lot sturdier. So here we have the finished stool for a first ever woodworking project. I'll take that. And it does mean I have somewhere to sit now when I am actually in my garage, and I can only learn from my mistakes. So let's do the seat test again. Hey, she's solid as a rock now. Super. Thank you for watching this video. This is the first video of many. There's many more projects coming. I've definitely learned some things doing this little stool, but the end result is I've hopefully benefited from the woodworking experience that I've got. I've got a stool to sit on in my garage, which I never had before. So to me, that's a win. So thank you very much. I will see you soon. Take care.